Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy bringing you some Mortal Kombat 1 news. So, the Pro Comp Season 2 has been announced, y'all. Let's look at the details. So, let Season 2 of Pro Competition begin. Prove your inner warrior and join us in Season 2 for 10 electrifying... 10? Damn, that's a lot. 10 electrifying offline events, online showdowns from across the globe, and $255,000 up for grabs. So... 255,000, that's a little on the low end considering how many events, and there's no skin to crowdfund, so that's a little disappointing, but at least it's something, right? Cuz we're not expecting we're expecting like nothing at this point for MK1 competitive. So it is a little on the low end compared to our expectations because Ed Boon was teasing like a skin. Obviously a skin would raise more than 255K over the course of, 20 to 30 events. But, it's better than like, what some were expecting, which was nothing. So, let's check out the video here.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Mortal Kombat 1 Pro Competition.
All right, we got some highlights from Season 1.
Some of the best players in the world.
It's not over. Not enough! Oh my good lord!
Ninja Killer.
Okay, some highlights.
Big old damage. And he's gonna do it. Cause the upset. He's gonna get the combo.
Got Ninja Killer.
Can I get some noise
Scorpion
out
procs.
there?
Well, the events. Okay. So you got Evo, you got Combo Breaker, Vianality, Gamescom, Brazil, Brussels Challenge in Belgium, CEO in Florida, Blink Respawn in the Dominican Republic, versus fighting in the UK, Pro Comp Mexico, which is the first event, and then Texas Showdown. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, y'all, and say this is the best event lineup they've ever had for a Pro Comp ever. Like obviously Injustice 2 and MK11 Pro Comps have more money. But as far as just event lineups, like variety, I think this is the best we've seen. Because they cover like the big three in the US, right? With like Combo Breaker, CEO, Evo. And then you got Texas Showdown in there too, which I've always wondered why that's never been included. And then you got like one in Mexico. You got one in Brazil. You got one in Dominican Republic. You got one in Austria. You got one in Belgium. Like, yeah, this is one of the best event spreads I've ever seen. Because I'm done with MK as far as like competitive stuff like that. I'm all in on Marvel Rivals. I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but I got to believe in myself first, type of deal. This part right here almost makes me regret that a little bit because I would have liked to go to Brazil and stuff like that. There's always Injustice 3 though, or whatever the next game is. But this is really cool. Because the event spread in Season 1 was really weak. It was like ECT, and then like some event in a bar, and then like they did one event in the UK, and then Combo Breaker. So this time they've got, instead of 4 events, they've got, I mean, is that 10? That's 10 events, yeah. And good variety on where they are. They're hitting the key events that most people know about already. So that's really cool.
Mortal Kombat! This is the Pro Competition Sonic Fox! Oh my goodness!
Man, he knows who to think it.
Unbelievable. Upset of the tournament.
Finish him.
To go over. Hang on a minute. No!
Ooh, Team 1000, look at him. Dude, I'm excited for him. I'm not too excited for Conan. I still am going to hop back on MK for like DLC and stuff. And to probably like watch tournaments, like do watch alongs because those are really fun. But like, I am excited for Team 1000 a lot. Conan, not so much, but we'll see. There's Conan too. Pretty cool intro. I had to cut out that Conan brutality because I didn't want to get demonetized, y'all. But yeah, Pro Comp. Let's go to the page and check out the details. Okay. So, those are hotel options. Let's go to the Start GG. Okay, so spanning a year of global events, both in person and online, The Pro Competition brings the best fighting game players from around the world to compete for their share of 255,000. Test your might and earn a spot. Okay, let's look at... I want to see, like... Okay, hold on. Okay, here's information and frequently asked questions. Who qualifies? Okay, that's a big one. 8 of the world's best. Only 8? Every Mortal Kombat... Oh, there's 8 from the global leaderboard, and then there's 10... Okay, so it's like last season where there's 10 regional, and then there's 8 from... How does that make sense, though? Because then there would be 19. Oh, no, so Evo acts as a... To round out at 20, Evo makes it as a second LCQ. So there's 8 from the global leaderboard, which I don't really like. Feel like there should be more. Because the global leaderboard's the hardest route besides winning Evo. Yeah, because now that winning Evo makes a spot, that is harder than the global leaderboard. But the global leaderboard is so hard compared to other stuff to make it, other ways to make it. Like, sorry, I'm like not really forming sentences too. I just woke up, y'all. But yeah, so 8 from the global leaderboard, 10 from regions, which is cool, right? Because you know it's hard for some of these players to travel to America like 4 times to get on the global leaderboard, stuff like that. So it's cool that they're doing that. So yeah, 8 on the leaderboard, 10 from regions, 1 in the LCQ, like the one that Gi Exceptional won over Gur last time, and then 1 for Evo. Which Evo could get weird because, like, say for example, so let's say top 3 at Evo is Sonic, Nicolas, Ninja Killer, like last year. Not saying it will be, but let's say it is. Let's say all 3 of those players are already on the global leaderboard. So then does it go down to 4th place at Evo that qualifies? That's probably how it'll work. So you probably won't have to actually end up winning Evo to get this little spot here. You'll probably just have to get like 5th, 4th, maybe even 7th, depending on like... there'll probably be someone sneaking in higher than that that's on the global leaderboard because there is only 8 spots. So yeah. You probably won't actually have to get 1st at Evo because the people who do get like 1st, 2nd, 3rd will probably be on the global leaderboard already. Unless maybe that person just makes a deep run and wins it. So yeah, that's a pretty cool lineup there. I think that the global leaderboard should have a couple more spots. But you know, it is what it is. I do think it's a decent format. How does the global points work? Demigod tournaments, combatant. Okay. The best 2 Wait, hold on. Players earn global leaderboard points by competing in offline events, in which there are 2 tiers of tournaments, combatant and demigod. There's 2 different tiers of offline tournaments. The best 2 combatant placements and best 2 demigod placements will be counted towards the total. The top 8 players on the global leaderboard will receive an invite to Final Kombat. So... Oh man, I don't really like that too much because it doesn't incentivize going to more events. But you could argue like it makes it to where like it doesn't reward people who just have all the money to go to every event. So you could argue it both ways, right? Because say for example, you got someone like King Gambler who would go to every event, get 5th, 7th, 5th, 7th. He wouldn't place above someone who just goes to like 1 or 2 event and gets 5th, 7th. You know what I'm saying? Because you only get points based on your best 2 performances. And that's how last season worked too. And it affected players like Gambler and stuff like that who did go to all the events. You know, so it helps people out who can't go to too many events. But then it kind of punishes people to go to all the events, which I don't really like. And the reason I don't like that is because they're already doing 10 regional qualifiers and only 8 on the global leaderboard. So they're already kind of rewarding, they're already kind of giving people plenty of opportunity who can go to all the events. So I would like if they would make it like, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know a better way to format it, but there's 10 events and people are only getting rewarded for like their best 4 placements. So, you know, that's kind of tough. But, you know, it's not the worst format ever. I do like it in some ways. Demigod tournament points, combatant tournament points, you get about half. So I wonder how they're going to separate them, because I don't. That's one thing I don't like. Like, if the Brazil event ends up being less important than like Combo Breaker, I don't really like that too much. I feel like they should be equally as important, because then that gives people incentive to go to Brazil. See, I don't really like whenever stuff in the format de-incentivizes going to the events. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might cost a lot of money to go to the events, but then again, every region is going to have an online qualifier and stuff like that, and there's going to be 2 LCQs. So, I don't know. I don't like the de-incentivization of going to events, because, for example, if like the Belgium event is half the points of the CEO event, then, that would suck for the people in like the Belgium area. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Because there are 10 events. I don't know what event they're going to make combatant. Because they're definitely not going to make Combo Breaker's going to be Demigod. Evo's going to be Demigod. I don't know. Maybe Texas Showdown's combatant. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. How do you know which region your country's in? Where do you watch? I assume it's all going to be on the NRS channel. Yeah. First time combatant. Yeah. How many tournaments? Total of 10 in-person tournaments. Each of the 10 regions will have 2 online qualifiers. Will be added to this league page. What has changed? More offline tournaments, that's for sure. Double qualification. Players who qualify through winning their region's online finale and through being at top of it will now pass or invite down to the next player on the global points leaderboard. Trying to think of how that'll work. So, the person who wins the online regional finale, they'll say they're 7th on the global leaderboard. Now 8th will become 7th on the global leaderboard, and they'll get a spot. Okay. That ensures a minimum of 1 representative from each region is present at Final Combat. I mean, it would be insured either way. Even if you pass it down as far as, like, say, like, the person who wins is 7th on the global leaderboard. Like I said, you pass it down to 2nd in that region. It would still work the same, but either way is fine. That actually, I like that. You know why I like that? Because it does benefit the global leaderboard a little bit more. Because, for example, last season, like, well, I don't know if last season worked like this, but say, like, the person on the global leaderboard won the regional thing, and then it passes down to whoever they beat, instead of passing down to the next global leaderboard person. That just further reduces, like, the opportunity for, like, the players on the global leaderboard. Whereas I feel like that's a harder way to qualify, so I don't really like that. I don't know if I'm making a lot of sense. My brain's kind of jumbled. I should have drank my caffeinated beverage before I did this. But yeah, y'all, that's Pro Comp Season 2. I will not be competing, but I'll be restreaming stuff. And yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. And later, y'all.